Now we're going to look at changing from a decimal to a percent. So to think of this one, let's just first consider any number that has a decimal in it. So if we start with the number 1.2, when we want to make that into a percent, we're saying that if there are 1.2 of something, let's say maybe $1.20, if I put a 0 on it, that might make it a more reasonable decimal, that your grandma has told you that she will give you $1.20 for every one chore that you do for her. Okay? So $1.20 per one chore. Well, what would happen if you did 100 chores for her? That $1.20, when multiplied by 100, would end up becoming $120. So if we think of this again backward from the way we did this, this one also could be read as 120 per cent. So that is the same as 120%. And then I'm going to take the dollar signs back out, since we really don't want to be a dollar and a percent at the same time. So let's look at that one in relation to the problems we've been asked to solve. When we want to change these decimals into percents, we need to think about how many would it take for this to be per 100 instead of per 1. So multiplying 0 and 45 hundredths times 100 gives us 45%. Likewise, doing this one, the 3 hundredths, when multiplied by 100, gives us 3%. 6 tenths, when we multiply it by 100, gives us 60%. And 1 and 23 hundredths, when we multiply it by 100, gives us 123%. So just like the pattern that we saw in the previous exercise, where we were changing percents to decimals, notice the pattern here, that in order to change from the decimal to the percent, the decimal is moving 2 places to the right, meaning that our decimal number is becoming 100 times bigger than it was before. So the shortcut, when you are changing a decimal to percent, is to move the decimal 2 places to the right.